So just have the hands resting maybe in the lap or on the knees, on the thighs, and just taking a moment to feel that contact of hands on the body, on the legs, or wherever they might be. Using these kind of sensory signals to help us to tune in, things to come back to, all these little anchors that can help us come back to the present, to the center, to find this path to that kind of inner work, the stillness that exists beyond all the layers of stuff that we carry with us all the time. And of course, the breath, often our kind of main anchor that we turn to. Always something to observe, always available. And just noticing again how the breath feels this morning for you, whether it's already feeling quite spacious and full, or maybe a little bit tight, a little bit ragged maybe. Either way, no problem. Wherever we are, just heaping on as much compassion as we can. This has been it's all been said before, the weirdest year. But, we've lived with it for quite a long time now, and we kind of forget to keep turning to ourselves with compassion. We kind of wonder why we're feeling like this, why things are, we're so angsty or whatever it might be. So really allowing these times of stillness. So when you're ready, we'll just bring the hands through to heart center, Anjali Mudra, and again, just encouraging the spine to lengthen upwards a little bit, shoulders back and down. And again, just using the touch of the palms, the fingertips, something else to tune into, to notice that this is happening now. And just letting our attention rest there. And maybe dipping the chin towards the chest. Just honouring the body as it is, turning our attention inwards, honouring the darkness, the quietness, the stillness. And then lifting the head back to centre, and we'll interlace the fingers and press the palms out and away. Shoulders staying down, taking the palms up towards the sky, reaching up high, extending through the side body. Have a little wriggle around if you want to. And with the exhale, releasing the arms all the way down. And the shoulders are nice, roll back here. Make the circles nice and big and slow. Just noticing where we might be holding tension, what movements, what things are useful to you in your body. And a little shake out if you'd like to. Keeping the right hand down, we'll take the left arm up. Inhale, reach up high, and exhale, take it over to the side, pressing down through the left sit bone here. Maybe turning the chest, the heart, the head up towards the sky, just the tip. And then releasing all the way down. Same thing to the other side. Inhale, reach up high, and sending that hand, the left hand out to the side a little bit to reach the right arm up and over, press down through the right sit bone, turning the heart, the head up towards the sky a little bit, and then releasing all the way back down. Both arms lifting up together. Inhale, Reach up through the fingertips, bring the palms together and gather that prayer back towards the heart. Let's gently just take the fingertips forward. Maybe roll forward over your feet or your knees, or take your feet out to one side if you prefer. And we'll slowly come to the mat. Let's take the knees as wide as the mat, toes kissed together and drawing back into child pose. Forehead finding the ground into Balasana. We might just rock the head side to side and keep the movements kind of steady and slow. Let the shoulders melt away from the spine. And then bringing the head back to center if you're still taking that little rocking option. And then just reaching the fingertips a little further forward. And perhaps inviting a deeper breath. And a long exhale. And again, nice long inhale. As full as we can make it. Feel that turn from inhale to exhale. Sighing the breath slowly out. One more breath like that. Make the breath as full as you can. Sigh the breath out. And then slowly when you're ready, we'll just start to kind of curl the spine up, so arching the spine as we lift to all fours. And maybe just having a little shimmy around the spine here, rocking the hips. Give the shoulders a little wriggle around. Just moving in whatever way feels useful to you this morning. Give the hips a nice circle about. And then sweeping the hands forward. So I'm going to bring my knees underneath the hips here. So we're coming into melting heart. And this time just extending the arms forward. Legs stay as they are, hips above the knees and the forehead to the ground. So allow this kind of softness between the shoulder blades. And the heart sinking towards the ground. And then slowly starting to bring the hands back around, just underneath the shoulders, or maybe slightly ahead of the shoulders. Spread the fingers really nice and wide. Tuck the toes under. Inhale and draw the hips back. And with the next exhale, slowly lifting up into downward facing dog. So moving slowly with purpose, care and attention, walking out the backs of the legs. Maybe just bending into one knee quite deeply and then the other, stretching the heels down towards the ground perhaps. Maybe kind of shimmying the hips side to side. Lifting the belly button up towards the spine. Keep the head a little shake and a nod. Settling in. Spread the fingers really nice and wide. Thumb, index finger, little finger really engaged here. Lift the belly a little higher. Keep the knees soft perhaps. Full deep breath. Find that steadiness in the breath. And then inhale, look forward between the hands, slowly walking the feet towards the hands, maybe the hands towards the feet. Allow the upper body to release down. I know the light isn't great in here at the minute. It's beautiful sunshine coming in through the windows, but not great for the camera, I know. Give the head a little shake and a nod. And then very slowly, with the knees nice and soft, I'm going to slowly start to roll up through the spine. Making our way all the way slowly up to standing, shoulders, neck, head last the wall. Give the shoulders a little roll back. Maybe turning the palms out forwards. I'm just going to change that. So standing into Tadasana, our mountain pose. Spread the toes, heels down, lifting through the crown of the head. So really for a moment, imagine that you're sending roots down through your feet. Maybe the tripod points in the feet, the ball of the big toe, ball of the little toe, and the center of the heels really pressing down, that lifting up through the spine, up through the crown of the head. Shoulders gently drawing down and away from the ears. You might choose to even turn the palms gently forward, opening up the fingers a little bit, feeling the kind of subtle life in the body, you know, that subtlety of sensation, all the fizzing and bubbling and humming, heartbeat, vibrating, you know, all these little signals that are available to us all the time. We tune in. And then inviting the hands through to heart center, Anjali Mudra again. You might just dip the chin towards the chest, lengthening out through the back of the neck. And then lifting the prayer up towards the sky, bringing the head back to neutral. Reaching up high, interlacing the fingers above the head, maybe reaching up through the index finger, and then my hands have disappeared here. And then let's take this over to the side. So keeping the belly quite strong as we take this over to one side, keep the arms extended, and come back to center. And over in the opposite direction. When you're ready, and come back to center. And then we're going to bring the prayer together again and draw a line down through the center of the body. And slowly bowing back down to the earth. Nice soft knees, feet a nice hip distance apart. Again, feel free to shimmy the shoulders here, think the head is shaking a nod, or stay with stillness. And then when you're ready, fingertips to the floor if they're not there already, and stepping the right leg back into our lunge. Gently dropping the right knee down to the floor. And we'll slowly roll up through the spine again. Shoulders, neck, head, last of all. Roll the shoulders all the way back. When you're ready, sweeping the fingertips up towards the sky. Inhale and reach up high. Exhale, maybe inviting the hips forward and down, a little touch. Keep that left ankle underneath the left knee. Nice open heart. And releasing back down to the ground. Lifting the right knee up. Big step forward, back into forward fold. We're going to lift to our halfway point, upward Uttanasana, lengthening through the spine, drawing the belly in towards the spine as well, so we've got this kind of connection, front and back body. Exhale, soft knees to bow, hands to the floor, and stepping the left foot back when you're ready. And have a little wriggle around you if you'd like to, taking the left knee down to the floor, right ankle underneath the right knee, slowly start to roll up. Shoulders, neck, head, last of all. Roll the shoulders all the way back. When you're ready, sweeping fingertips up towards the sky. Inhale and exhale, easing the hips forward and down. Keeping the shoulders nice and soft so we're not, you know, really trying to extend so much that we bring tension into the shoulders, but just keeping everything nice and open, and then releasing fingertips back down to the floor. Lifting that left knee up, big step forward, back into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, upward Uttanasana. Exhale, soft knees to bow. Gently rolling up through the spine, we'll come all the way up through to standing. Shoulders, neck, head, last of all. Roll the shoulders all the way back, returning back to Tadasana, maybe turning the palms slightly forward, lifting up through the crown of the head. And when you're ready, we'll sweep the fingertips up towards the sky again. Reach up high, look to the thumbs if you want to here, and then draw that line with that prayer position down through the center line and down to the floor. Nice soft knees as we release the crown of the head down, fingertips to the floor, and stepping the right leg back again, back into our lunge. Inhale and exhale, lower the right knee down to the ground. When you're ready, we'll roll up through the spine, come back into that lunge, roll the shoulders back, sweep the fingertips up towards the sky. Inhale, exhale, maybe finding a little bit more depth in the hips, and releasing back down to the floor. Lifting the right knee up, let's step it forward again, and lifting to our halfway lift, upwards Uttanasana, reaching forward through the crown of the head, hug the front body to the back body, exhale, soft knees to bow, hands to the floor, left foot stepping back into our lunge. When you're ready, lowering that left knee down, right ankle underneath the right knee, slowly rising, shoulders, neck, head, last of all, and sweeping the fingertips up towards the sky. Inhale, exhale, easing hips forward and down, and releasing the fingertips down to the floor. Lifting the back knee again, big step forward, back into forward fold. Halfway lift again, inhale, and exhale. Hands to the floor, stepping both feet back until you find downward facing dog. So take your time getting there. Again, taking a moment to really find the foundations. Pressing the fingertips into the ground, thumb, index finger, little finger really working. Open up across the back, So wrapping the shoulder blades around the sides of the body, maybe swaying the hips a little bit, either staying with that freedom of movement, easing into it, or find some stillness and quietness, whatever works best for you this morning. Looking back between the big toes, give the head a little shake and a nod. The cat's drinking my water. Yeah. Remind me not to bring my water. Lovely. So maybe close the eyes. Full deep breath. Inhale, look forward between the hands, walking the feet towards the hands, but also the hands towards the feet. So we're going to end up kind of in the middle of the mat. And keep the feet a nice hip distance apart. Give the shoulders a little shimmy out here. And the hands a little shake, with the head a shake and a nod. Maybe even letting the belly kind of rest on the thighs here, or kind of between the thighs a little bit. You might even take hold of elbows with the opposite hand if you want to. And then when you're ready, releasing the hands and slowly rolling up through the spine. So keeping the knees soft, engaging the belly slightly, using those core muscles to uncurl shoulders, neck and head last of all, and coming through to standing. Give the shoulders a little roll back again. Give the hands a little turn out. So standing in the middle of the mat or thereabouts, I'm just going to adjust this slightly. Okay, so you can see my head. So standing in the middle of your mat, so more or less, and facing kind of lengthways on, I think might work best. So bringing the hands through to heart center again, standing tall, lifting through the crown of the head. Again, just thinking about that length through the back of the neck, head over heart over hips. Pressing down through those kind of contact points in the feet, spreading the toes out. As we slightly engage those tripod points of each foot, see how there's kind of a knock-on effect through the muscles of the legs, that kind of switching on. Shoulders down away from the ears, elbows soft. And then if eyes are closed, just letting the eyelids flutter open, and then stepping the feet a little wider and turning the heels slightly in and the toes slightly out. Let's lift the arms up and out into our goddess pose. So dropping the tailbone down, dropping the shoulders down, keeping the arms kind of soft, nice open collarbones, lifting through the crown of the head. Again, that kind of switching on, particularly the thigh muscles here. Almost imagine that they're kind of muscles are kind of turning outwards so that we're not knocking these inwards. Really strong pose, but this really grounding, this drawing down, strength from within the body. And then bring the hands through to heart center. Interlacing the fingers, press the palms out and away and take the palms up towards the sky. Reach up high. Extend upwards through the upper body, maybe sitting down a little through the kind of sit bones and tailbone, and then releasing the arms, and let's lift up, lengthening out through the legs. Taking the arms out left to right, and we'll turn the right toes slightly in and the left toes out to the top of the mat. And inhale, lift and lengthen through the spine, and exhale, extending forward. So really reach ahead with that left arm. And then coming into Trikonasana as we drop the left hand down, just to the inside of the front leg there, taking the right hand to the heart, peel the heart open, stack the shoulders, and lift up through that top arm. Hugging the belly in, again, this kind of drawing together of the front and back body. Maybe you want to put a block underneath that lower arm. Feels really nice to press the ground away there using a support. And then gently coming back to center. And we'll turn this round to the top of the mat. Slightly step that right toes in and coming into pyramid pose. Turning the hips towards the top of the mat. Bringing the hands to the heart perhaps. Inhale and exhale. Draw the left hip back as we extend forward. Reaching through the back of the neck again, keep that length in the spine. Inhale, maybe lift the heart a touch and exhale. You might find fingertips find the floor. You might need to bend into that front knee a little bit here. We're not going for, you know, precision, really thinking about kind of the feel and kind of, you know, this kind of earthiness in these poses. But keep drawing the left hip back and the right hip forward to feel that extension, and maybe releasing the crown of the head down towards the ground. Then walking the hands to the inside of that left foot, we're going to start to bend into the left knee and come into our little monkey squat here. Roll the shoulders back and lifting the right toes up towards the sky. So left knee bent, lifting the right toes up. Nice open heart. You might even find a little balance here if you want to. Lots of options here. Fingertips to the floor, lifting hands to the heart, maybe even just keeping the left hand down and opening the right arm out to the side. So we're kind of gently turning outwards here as well. And then bringing both hands down, we're going to scooch across to the other side of the mat. And into our little monkey lunge on this side. So maybe fingertips to the floor, lifting the left toes up. So the right knee is bent here. Maybe finding our little balance. And maybe finding that opening out to the side, so dropping the right hand down, left arm opening outwards. Again, think about this broadness across the collarbones as we extend the arm upwards. And then this time we're going to bring the hands all the way around to the kind of original back of the mat. Hands to the either side of the right foot, and then stepping the left foot halfway in. We're going to come into pyramid pose on this side. So when you're ready, just maybe starting to explore extending the legs. Fingertips might stay down. You might use your support. You might bring the hands to the hips if that feels a little strong. Keep a little micro bend in this front leg. Drawing the right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale. Maybe finding depth in that pose if you want to lower the nose towards the knee. And then bringing the right hand to the inside of the foot again. We're going to open this out into Trikonasana on this side. So when you're ready, using this left hand to peel the body open, extending through the legs, adjust the feet slightly if you need to, drawing this left hip back and lifting up. So extend through both arms equally, hug the belly in, so really engaging the core to hold everything steady. Stronger breath, that Ujjayi breath perhaps. Inhale, lift up through the top arm, come back to center, adjust the feet slightly so the heels are slightly in, the toes are slightly out, and we'll come back into our goddess pose. Bring the hands through to heart center. Interlace the fingers here and press the palms out and away. Taking the palms up towards the sky, reach up high, lengthen through the upper body, maybe sitting the lower body down, drawing the tailbone down, the sit bones down. Lovely, and then extending, rising upwards, releasing the arms. Let's come to the other side. So heading towards the right as we turn our right toes out, left toes a little further in. Inhale, lift up through the spine. Exhale, extending forward here. And then finding our Trikonasana again. Maybe using that top arm to peel the shoulder back, the heart open, extend equally through both arms. And then dropping this top arm down, and we'll find our pyramid pose. So maybe bringing fingertips to the floor, bend into that front knee slightly if it's useful. Draw the right hip back and the left hip forward. Inhale, extend through the neck, through the crown of the head. Exhale, maybe bow the nose towards the knee. And then this time we're going to take our left foot a little further back, drop the left knee down, and then lifting into our lunge. Reach up high, nice open heart, and releasing back down towards the ground. Monkey lunge from here. Bring the hands to the inside of the front foot. And just pivot on that front foot there, lifting the left toes up towards the sky. Maybe finding our little opening here as we open the heart out and up. Extending the left arm up towards the sky. Keep the right fingertips down. And then let's come through the center. So we're going to wriggle over to the other side. Bending into that left knee, extending the right leg, right toes up towards the sky. Find our little opening out to the side, extend. Nice open collarbones. And bring the top arm back down. And let's come into a lunge to this side. Spin it round. Drop the back knee down. We can always adjust our positioning, lifting up slowly, lifting up to the sky through the fingertips. Inhale, exhale, easing the hips forward and down. And releasing down to the floor. We're going to lift that back knee up. Step it forward slightly as we find our pyramid pose. Draw the left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, we might be up on a support here. We might bring the hands to the hips or to the heart. Inhale, exhale. Maybe a little bit more depth in the pose. Bow the nose towards the knee. Bringing the left hand to the inside of that front foot. You might want to adjust the spacing between the feet again. Maybe make the step slightly bigger. As we open out into Trikonasana, use the right hand to peel the heart open, the shoulders. Maybe lift up a little bit here to really find that side-on profile. You know, kind of everything's kind of in between two panes of glass. That helps. Extend through the arms equally, hug the belly in, really come back to drawing everything back to center, and then lifting up through that top arm. Extend the arms out, turn the heels slightly in, the toes slightly out, and into our goddess pose. Sit the sit bones down, roll the tailbone down, keep the heart lifted, the shoulders nice and soft and open. Bringing the hands through to heart center. Lovely. You might find a little bit of movement here, or stay with stillness. Inhale, lengthen through the legs, take the prayer up towards the sky, open back out into goddess pose. Lovely. Bring the hands down, maybe taking one palm on top of the other. Inhale, draw the palms upwards towards the heart. At the top of the breath, turn the palms down. Exhale, press the palms back down towards the ground. Inhale, turn the palms out and extend the arms forward, reaching up high, lengthen through the legs and take the arms out left to right, extend outwards. We'll go through that routine again. So we're going to turn the left toes out to the side of the mat, the right toes slightly in. Inhale, Trikonasana. Exhale, extend forwards, finding our Trikonasana. This is our Chandra Namaskar, so our moon salutation. So really extending the arms top to bottom, 6 o'clock arms or 12:30 arms, depending on how you're feeling. Lovely. And then bringing that top arm down. Let's transfer this into our pyramid pose. Start to draw the left hip back, the right hip forward. Inhale. Hug the belly in. Exhale. Bow the nose towards the knee. Soften into that front knee if you need to. Lovely. When you're ready, stepping the right foot back a little bit to drop the knee down. And sweeping the arms up towards the sky. Reach high. Into our lunge. Ease the hips forward and down again. And releasing back to the floor. Hands to the inside of the front foot. Let's open out into our monkey lunge. Lengthening through the right leg, lift the right toes up, and let's open the arms out. Turning slightly out to the side, lifting the heart out and up, and then bringing the hand back down and to the center. Let's take it over to the other side. Very Christmassy monkey. And lifting up the other toes. Lengthening through the left leg, finding that opening out to the side, reach up through the top arm, turn the heart out, and then bring it all the way back round, turning towards the top of the mat, or the new top of the mat, and into our lunge. Drop the left knee down, right ankle underneath the right knee. When you're ready, lifting up, inhale. Exhale, settling in, keep the shoulders nice and open, the collarbones nice and broad, and releasing back down to the floor. Pyramid pose, lifting the back knee, step the back foot in, maybe extending that front leg, maybe keeping a nice bend in that front leg, drawing the right hip back and the left hip forward. Inhale, exhale, nose towards the knee. Turning into Trikonasana when you're ready, so bring the hands to the inside of the front leg, maybe make the step between the feet a little longer. Use that left arm to open the chest, the shoulders, stacking the shoulders, extending the arms top to bottom, draw back in towards the center. lengthening through the legs and drawing upwards, really engaged through the thighs, and then lifting up and turning the feet back into our goddess pose. Bring the hands back through to heart center. Inhale, take the breath up towards the sky. Exhale, open it out to the sides. Bring the hands down, one palm on top of the other. Inhale, draw up towards the heart. Exhale, turn the palms down and press the breath, the energy down to the earth. Inhale, take the arms forward, keeping the arms extended, the palms up towards the sky at the top of the breath. Exhale, sweep the arms wide. Inhale, sweep the arms wide, lengthen through the legs, lift up, palms together, and back through to the heart. Lovely. Take the arms out left to right. Inhale, turning the left toes to the top of the mat, right toes slightly in. Inhale, extending forwards, finding Trikonasana. Lovely. Bring that top arm all the way down and finding pyramid pose. Adjust the feet slightly. Draw the left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, exhale. Soften into the pose, perhaps a little deeper. When you're ready, we're going to step the right foot back and find our lunge position. Sweeping up towards the sky, reach up. Exhale, settling in. And releasing the hands back down to the floor. Hands to the inside of the left foot. Turn it round to the side, find our monkey lunge. Keep the shoulders nice and broad as we open the right arm out and to the side slightly. Heart nice and open and releasing back down to the ground. We're going to stay low as we scooch to the other side, lifting left toes up. Keep the heart nice and open and lifted as we extend the left arm out to the side. And bring it back round to the front. Scooch round and find our lunge. Dropping the left knee down, shoulders roll back, gently lifting. Inhale and exhale, settling in. And releasing back down to the ground. Lifting that back leg up, step it in slightly, and we'll find pyramid pose. So keep drawing the right hip back and the left hip forward. Extending through that front leg just as much as feels available. Hug the belly in, inhale, exhale, bowing the nose towards the knee. When you're ready, bring the hands to the inside of the front foot. Start to open out into our Trikonasana. Lengthen through the legs. Peel the heart open to the side. Adjust the feet slightly if you need to. Draw everything in towards the center. The thighs lifting. The belly working. Drawing the front body to the back body. Extend equally through the arms. Lovely. Lift up through that top arm. Come back to center. Turning the feet back to our goddess position. Toes slightly out. Heels slightly in. And sitting the tailbone down. Draw the belly in. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Full deep breath. And bring the hands through to heart center. Inhale, lift the prayer up towards the sky. Open the arms out to the sides, back into our goddess pose. And then continue to drop the hands down, one palm over the other. Inhale, draw up through the center. At the top of the breath, turn the palms down. Exhale, press that energy back towards the earth. Inhale, extend the arms forward, lift the palms up towards the sky. And exhale, arms out nice and wide, goddess pose. And it lengthening through the legs. Let's bring the hands back through to the heart. Heel toe the feet back to our center point. Interlace the fingers and press the palms out and away. Keep the shoulders down, keep the belly gently engaged. Lifting the palms up towards the sky, extend upwards through both sides of the body. Keep that extension as we take that over to the right. And come back to center, control from the center, from the core, and take it over to the other side. And come back to center. Turn the palms together and bring the hands through to the heart. Just quickly, gently step towards the top of your mat. Inhale, send the prayer up towards the sky. Look to the thumbs, lifting the heart upwards. Exhale, sweep the arms wide, folding from the hips down. Nice soft knees, release the crown of the head down. Inhale, lift to halfway, upward Uttanasana. Exhale, soft knees to bow. Hands to the floor. Walking the feet back slowly, gently into our downward facing dog. Lift through the tailbone. Hug the belly in and up. Maybe soften into the knees. Maybe keep the legs extended, play with it. Opening up the shoulders, wrapping the shoulder blades round the sides of the body. Pressing thumb, index finger, little finger into the ground. Find the Ujjayi breath again, following the threading of the breath in through the nose and out through the nose. That kind of gentle ocean sound. Inhale here. With the next exhale, floating knees down to the floor. Take the knees nice and wide, toes kissed together, sit back into child pose. Balasana, rest the forehead down. Let the shoulders soften away from the spine. Maybe again, rocking the head side to side, rolling over the forehead, or staying with stillness. Just notice the warmth of the body, heartbeat, areas of coolness. Sound of the breath. When you're ready, very slowly, keeping an arch in the spine as we lift up into our cat pose. Maybe just scooch the knees a little bit underneath the hips. And then you're ready, dropping the belly down, crown of the head, tailbone rising, reach the heart forward. And again, inhale. Let go. And come back to a neutral spine. Again, feel free to kind of have a little wriggle around here if that feels useful to you, or stay with stillness, keeping the eyes closed or soft. And then extending the left leg back. I'm going to go with first, doesn't really matter which one. And maybe taking the right arm as well if you want to. So opposite arm to leg, hug into that center line. And releasing the hand back down, I'm just going to scooch my left knee towards my left elbow. So round to the side and then send it all the way back. And again, round to the side, and send it back. Keep extending through the arms as equally as possible. And one more time, round to the side, control from the center, and reach that left leg back and bring the knee back down. Same thing to the other side. So step away from the center a little bit here. So reaching the right leg back, engaging the, kind of flexing the foot here to engage the thigh, maybe taking the opposite arm up as well, reach through that diagonal, hug into the center line, still breathing, and bring the hand down, bringing the right knee round to the side to kind of boop your, technical term, right elbow, and back. And again, bring it round to the side, and reach it back. Moving really slow, with purpose, with control. Round to the side, boot the elbow, and send it all the way back. Reach, 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 and bring the knee back down. Have a little wriggle again through the spine here, circling the hips. Let's keep the hips underneath the knees as we extend the arms forward back into our melting heart. Soften between the shoulder blades. And then slowly just lifting the head to roll forward. We're going to come all the way down onto the belly. Bring the hands back to about chest level. Roll the shoulders back. Stick the tops of your feet down to the floor. And engaging the lower back here a little bit as we lift the heart to cobra. A little baby cobra. And releasing gently all the way down. And again, thinking about that lifting of the heart, pressing the ground away gently, but without lifting the shoulders. The shoulders really hardly move at all. One more time. Engaging the lower back, lifting up, and releasing. And hands a little scooch further back, hook the belly in, lifting up over the knees, and sit bones back towards the heels, forehead to the ground, releasing the arms in whatever position feels best for you. Arms down by the side, reaching forward, whatever you like. And then bring the hands underneath the shoulders just to press the ground away, lift the heart, lift the head. Sitting back into a kneeling pose for a moment, just to roll the shoulders all the way back. If kneeling really isn't comfortable for you, then feel free to come to cross-leg position. But if you do that, then make sure that the spine is upright. You're not rolling back on the sit bones. So do be scooched up on a cushion or something. So a nice lengthened spine again, just as we began. Just paying attention to the breath again. Maybe that gentle ujjayi breath, that threading of the breath through the back of the throat, through the nose, slight constriction of the back of the throat. So we create this noise, this ocean kind of noise. This threaded breath, conscious breath with gentle sound. And then lifting the right arm up. Take that over to the left temple and just gently guiding the right ear towards the right shoulder. Drawing both shoulders down. We're not lifting the shoulders up at all. But particularly this left side, maybe taking the left hand out to the side, maybe the palm forward. So it might slightly turn upwards again, all these little micro adjustments that we can tune into to really get the most out of these shapes, make them work for you. And gently release and bring the right arm down. Same thing to the other side when you're ready. Inhale, lift up and bring the left hand onto the right temple and guiding the left ear to left shoulder. Drop both shoulders down, this upright kind of position through the rest of the body. Again, just adjusting the right hand, the palm, forwards or maybe slightly up, slightly out to the side, press the arm slightly back. Just try these things out. And gently release. Sitting up nice and tall, give the shoulders a little roll back. And then let's bring both hands up to the tops of the shoulders. And then imagine that you're dipping your shoulders down into concrete, heavy, heavy elbows. And that lift up through the crown of the head. Really lengthening through the sides of the neck. Just encouraging the shoulders gently down. And release. Bring the hands back onto to rest on the lap, on the legs somewhere. Find that fullness of breath, as full as we can make it. Slowly, maybe threading the breath out now. A tiny gap between the lips, the golden thread breath. Inhale through the nose. Soft belly. Exhale, just a slight gap between the lips. Let the breath thread out like a golden thread. Out and away. And then when you're ready, gently coming forwards to move the feet out to one side. Give the legs a good shake out, the ankles a nice circle around. And again, just checking that we can find this upright spine so we're not rolling back on the sit bones. Have the knees slightly bent if you need to. Jump up on a block or a cushion. I'm going to extend the arms upwards. Inhale. And exhale, extending forward. You might be able to reach the toes. The hands might just come down by the sides of the legs. Doesn't matter. Think about keeping the heart lifted. So we're not trying to crunch down to get the nose towards the knee. Think about the crown of the head extending beyond the feet, or maybe even just kind of forwards in whatever way. So the heart nice and open. And if you can reach the feet, then maybe we can use that kind of counter pressure to ease us a little deeper into the pose, but you know, work with what there is, with what feels right for you this morning. And then gently releasing the pose here, we'll start to come back to center. Let's lift the right knee up. So right foot just to the inside of the left thigh. We're going to drop that right knee down to the side. So have this supported with a cushion or something if it feels a little precarious here. Inhale again, we're going to lift up. Same things we just did this time, Janushirasana, our kind of one-legged forward fold. So maybe reaching for the foot again, or hands down by the sides. Keep drawing this kind of the sit bones back. So we kind of want that kind of forward and back internal intention, if that makes sense. Keeping the shoulders soft, the back of the neck long. Close the eyes or soften the gaze. Find that fullness of breath. One more breath here. And gently coming back to center. Bringing that right knee back in, stepping the foot over the thigh if that's comfortable, also keeping it on the right side. Taking hold of the right knee with the left hand, inhale, lift up through the spine, and sending the right fingertips behind. Inhale to lift up, exhale to find a twist, maybe taking the knee into the crook of the elbow. So as we draw that knee into the center line, feel this opening up the outer thigh perhaps. Keep the spine lengthening upwards, the shoulders nice and open, collarbones broad. And then gently release. And then I'm just going to switch this slightly so that my right ankle is over the top of the left knee. And then if you bend your left knee up and side on here, we've got like a little version of our either needle pose, this kind of time from a seated option, a seated option. So resting back in the hands, have the hands back there for support, just bringing that left foot in to a point that feels useful for you in this that right hip. The heart slightly lifted. Breathe into kind of the stronger sensation. So the knee is kind of dropping out to the side. The foot is slightly flexed, so we're not kind of just completely, just so that the ankle isn't kind of sickled there. And then slowly extending that left leg away, unhook the right leg, extend the legs long, just walk the sit bones back a little bit. Again, you might want to soften into the knees or use a cushion under there. Inhale, lift up, and exhale back into our forward fold, just to a point that feels useful for you. Maybe taking hold of the big toes, maybe hands around the outer sides of the legs, maybe hands to the floor. Think about maintaining this open heart, lengthening through the spine, a little touch, not collapsing into it entirely. Find that fullness of breath, that ujjayi breath again, really useful in these more challenging poses. Check we're not holding the breath in any way. And then slowly releasing, coming back through to center. And again, so you can see, drawing the right, do I mean right now? I mean the left leg in. Okay, drop that out to the side. Support this knee and thigh in whatever way feels best for you, so you can kind of get both sit bones nestled down into the ground. You have the stability to rise up and extending forwards when you're ready. Maybe we take hold of the foot, maybe hands down by the sides, maybe just resting on the leg. See if we can lift the heart a little bit and exhale, extend the crown of the head forwards. So this inner work, little subtle, tiny adjustments that we might be making to really tune into that lengthening through the back of the leg, the kind of steadiness in both sides of the body. We're not kind of feeling precarious one side to the other. And still access the sensations of the breath. And then slowly releasing, come back to center, bring that knee in. Stepping the foot over the thigh if you want to, or keep it on the left side. Inhale, lift up through the spine, taking the opposite hand to knee, cross over into our twist. My left hand behind here. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, finding a twist out to the side, Marichyasana. So hugging that knee in towards the center. Feel that open up the kind of outer thigh here. Lifting up again through the crown of the head. Nice, broad, open collarbones. Softness in the face. And release. And then we're just coming into our little eye of the needle variation here. So just bringing the knee back out to the side, the ankle over the top of the right knee, and then drawing that leg in to a point that feels useful. Rest back in the hands. Keep the foot a little bit flexed, this lifted foot. Nice lifted heart, perhaps. Send the breath to the stronger sensation. Let it feel useful. And then gently releasing, lengthening that right leg away, unhook the left leg, extend the legs forward, give them a little shake out. Draw the sit bones back again, one more time. Lift up through the fingertips and exhale, extending forward. Maybe taking hold of feet, floor, toes, yogi's choice. Inhale to lift the heart slightly. Exhale, see if there's more depth to be found. And we can maybe soften into this a little deeper now. Let the spine round a little bit. And then slowly rolling upwards. Bring the feet in a touch. Wiggle your bum to the middle of the mat and roll down the other side. So find a support for the head. You might bring the knees in and give them a little circle around here just to massage the lower back after those strong forward folds. And maybe even a little twist, so just taking the arms out to the side, knees to one side, and soften. And then knees back to center, over to the other side. Oops. Adjust according to your furniture. And soften towards the ground. And knees back to the center again, maybe just giving the knees another little hug here. Head back down to the ground. Maybe take the knees a little wider, bring the feet up towards the ceiling. Take hold of your big toe with the second and third finger and find our happy baby. Really nice release to the lower spine. Encouraging the tailbone down towards the floor, shoulders back towards the ground. Have a little wiggle around. And then releasing when you're ready. And maybe extending the legs down to the lower corners of the mat. Adjusting in whatever way you need to fine tune your comfort here. So if you want to take another stretch or whatever, then feel free to do that. Have cushions underneath your knees. Of course, feel free also to take our side lying option here. With a couple of cushions or a block, whatever you have. So have the lower arm and shoulder kind of soft. Have something underneath your head if you're taking this option so that there's room for the shoulder. We're not crunching into that lower shoulder too much. Have the support for the top leg, bend the knee, and settle in. So wherever you are, please do take a moment or two just to, make this really count. And know that, you know, if you need to do this in the Christmas holidays, then find a little moment to lie down on the floor somewhere. So fine tune your comfort so that you know what really works for you. And settling in for a few moments again of quietness. Close the eyes. No effort. A few moments of not doing. We put so much importance on the doing. We forget just how critical the not doing is. That just being is enough. So with each breath, maybe inviting the body to soften another 5% more, releasing to the ground, trusting in the flow of all things. So of course, as ever, if you've got the time and space to stay as you are for a bit longer, then feel free to do that. But knowing, of course, that, you know, you can always access these moments simply through the breath, if necessary. Carving out that little bit of space to just be, if we can. No easy task. So if you're ready to, then just gently giving the hands a little stretch and a wriggle maybe, and the feet a little point and a flex perhaps, rocking the back of the head from side to side, or just taking a deeper breath, rolling to one side if you're not there already, and very slowly, carefully making your way back through to sitting. And finding the seat we began with, length through the spine, steadiness through the sit bones, lower body, connection to the ground, and the lift towards the sky. Finding our center as we bring the hands through to the heart, Anjali Mudra, a reminder to return, to turn inwards, to honor the darkness as well as the light. And head towards the heart, thanking yourself for your practice this morning and all year. Thank you very much indeed. May we all be happy. May we all be healthy. May all beings everywhere be peaceful and free. Thank you very much, everyone. Happy Christmas. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Loads of love.
Thank you.